Welcome back, my angels. Sacred Sagittarius, angels answers all. We're now doing your weekend general reading. Actually, when you look at it, it is going to be our second to last weekly reading for the year of 2024. Wow, right? So just a quick update. I'll be doing the wrap-ups. I didn't do any mid-month updates. We'll do the wrap-ups for the month of December over the course of the weekend. I'm doing your weekend general reading now, followed by your weekend love reading. I've already recorded and will be uploading your affirmation and positivity messages for the wrap-up month of December. And then we're going to tap into some love readings, your finances, career, all that energy ending the month of December in our birthday season. And then by next week, we'll start tapping into the new energy, the foresight, and the direction of what the new year is going to be looking for Sagittarius. As always, please share, like, and comment. And thank you for those of you who've supported the channel this year and the many years in the past. And I hope you continue to support me in the future. As we continue to cleanse the space and raise the vibration, these are general readings. They may or may not pertain to you. It's timeless, so we can be talking about past, present, or future energies. It's interchangeable. I can say she when it's he. So have an open mind and always know that ultimately you have control over your life and destination, and your intuition works just as well as mine. So please use it. Okay. Here we go. Where's the messages for Sagittarius for this weekend? So some of you might be busy trying to balance certain things out. And, you know, I mentioned it in our affirmation reading. Towards the end of the year, it gets crazy, right? You're preparing your taxes for January to have everything ready before the deadline in April. There's end of the year books and things you got to do. There's the holidays, the gift giving, the paying off your debt, writing down and establishing new goals and taking time to reflect on past goals. It's just a busy time. And if you're single or if you have a lot of responsibilities to a lot of people in addition to your job, trust me, you are balancing from right to left, trying to make it work. So I can see very well that many of you have a lot going on. And you're just trying to keep a lot afloat, to have things work out in their time and space, and to give everyone and everything in your life the attention that it needs. But set the time for the priorities, for the things that you really must take care of by year end. Some of you have deadlines, contracts, renegotiations, like credit cards that you might want to not have in the new year. So take a look at your finances, especially we don't know what the world is going to be looking like. You might have to really humble yourself and do without the things that you really don't need. Do you need all those credit cards? Do you need to be in debt? So you might want to close out some accounts. You might want to decrease or increase some of your limits. Again, it's just looking at the overall health of your life so that you can have just enough to balance without putting extra burden on yourself, okay? It's okay to balance, but you want to have it equal on both sides. You don't want to topsy-turvy and fall over. So by eliminating people, energy, transactions, anything that no longer really connects with who you are going into the future, or you no longer really need to use, right? Or be associated with energetically, this is the time to purge that. This is the time to release that. This is the time to close the books in all those situations so that you can balance things effectively in your life. Through this process, here's us, Temperance. You will have to be patient. You will have to allow your time to think things through. Don't rush through the process. So this way you tie up everything in a neat fashion, but also in a realistic fashion, okay? Don't do more or take on more than you can. And don't let go of things that you know truly you don't want to let go of. Just because, you want to do new things and you want to bring new energy to your life doesn't mean you have to deny yourself everything. We're only asking you, and the universe only wants you to do what is right for you by releasing those peoples and things and actions that are no longer working for you in a good way. They don't benefit you. They're not blessing you. They're not helping you to grow. We see here we have the lovely Eight of Cups. And like I said, this is a very deep time of reflection. Not only is the new year about to come to us around the corner, but we're still in our birthday season. We celebrated a birthday season, and I really believe for most of us, that's when, our motor really starts running on what it is we've done and what it is that we want to do in the future. Have we filled all our emotional cups? Did we do everything that we wanted to do to make ourselves happy, or at least be content this year? For many of you, you have. You achieved your goals. You aimed after the things you wanted or the things you desired, and you were able to experience it or to embrace it. But you still have more on your bucket list. So, of course, you're looking out to see, okay, what didn't I finish this year that I still have a desire for, that I will definitely try to continue looking towards in the new year. So it's all about taking out the time. Many of you are going to have holiday vacation time, or you're taking personal time off between now and the new year. Take a day, take a few hours each day to really do your homework on yourself, the self-evaluation, the self-healing, and the self-examination as to what you've experienced, where you've been, what you need to do, what you need to adjust, what you need to bring into your life, and where it is you want to be, and the things that you want to have accomplished next year or by next year this time. A lot of you, life has been a little challenging, and you've been dealing with a lot, and you've had to balance a lot because you've been fighting for either your freedom, or you're fighting for some type of justice in the legal system. You could have been involved in a court case, a divorce case, a settlement, any type of litigation where you were trying to win the case, where you were trying to get your justice, basically, or your just dessert, however you want to put it. But many of you, through the course of the year, have been going back and forth, litigating, or having an attorney, or having someone in the court system litigate on your behalf. You've been at hearings. You've had other people at these hearings. There's been arguments and stuff like that going back and forth. And hopefully this is going to be coming to a close. It is going to be coming full circle soon. We get the Knight of Wands in reverse. So I do feel that all the energy and time that you've been giving to it, you're not going to have, it's not going to play so much of an important role as far as taking away from your mental next year. I think because it is coming to a close. We have the Two of Cups here, lovers, partnerships. So I do feel that it could come, even if you don't win the case or win the settlement or get exactly what you want, there will be some type of ceasefire or an agreement. Okay? So you might not get what you want, but you will walk away feeling vindicated to some extent. Clarifying, having the patience, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, if you're patient, everything that you've worked hard for, everything that you have manifested, everything that you feel that is owed to you, that someone might be keeping away from you, it will manifest and bring itself to you in divine timing. You just have to be patient. It's there. It's all coming. You have all these high energy numbers in the pentacles. You have the 9s, the 10s. So for many of you, you're right there. You're right there. And it's been mentally challenging, whatever the situations you've been balancing. But you're tired of fighting. And like I said, either coming to agreement. You've been losing sleep over the situation. Because, some court cases or some disagreements or arguments, and whether it's something that you're trying to take care of on your job or it's a personal matter legally, it can be overwhelming. It can be time consuming. And it does a lot to your mental because you're so involved in it. There's so much going back and forth. It's exhausting. You've prayed on the situation. You're still praying on the situation. Things were slow maybe in the beginning, but as things come to an end, it's going to settle very fast and unexpectedly. Like I said, you might not get exactly what you thought you were supposed to get or how it's supposed to, but you will be made whole to a point. You are going to achieve some form of a victory, even if it's not what you think it should be. For many of you, if it's a money settlement or if it's an argument or you're in court over child support, back owed salary, a lawsuit where you were hurt and you're expecting a settlement, this money can jumpstart your business. It can jumpstart your life in a new direction. You're awaiting this money to do things. For many of you, it's going to bring joy to your family. It can take your family out of poverty and put you in the winning class. It can get you a new car, a new home. It can pay for your children's college tuition. So you're really looking forward to whatever is coming, especially in the form of these settlements or achieving justice. It's been a fight. Here's the partnerships again with the lovers. Connecting. You've been holding your guard and you've been getting sound advice in these situations. Some good, some bad. Some really helpful, others not. It's been a long fight, but you're at the beginning of change. I feel like if it doesn't happen at the end of this year, it's definitely going to be showing signs of improvement and signs of closure towards the first, I would say probably within the first 3 months of the new year. At the bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. So yeah. It might not be that payday, like I said, but it's definitely going to help you, especially if some of you are going to recoup your legal expenses. If you had medical claims, it pays your medical bills, right? It makes you whole from whatever it is that you lost and whatever it is that you're owed, in addition to your pain and suffering, right? It's going to not only make you whole, but give you that upper edge to take care of your family and to take care of your other responsibilities. Your angelic messages. The angel of serenity is with you this weekend. I feel serene and tranquil when I accept who I am. Whenever you live your authentic life and you be your authentic self and you be true to who you are and not anyone else, Sagittarius, you will always shine and you will always have a sense of pride and joy. It's only when we try to mimic and be people that we're not that we're uncomfortable in our own skin. You also have the guardian angel of young love with you this weekend. I accept love with gratitude. I am open and made whole by its beauty. I accept love with gratitude. Grateful for love, accepting love. Even when you don't feel you're worth it or even when you feel you don't need it, be humble to receive it. Archangel Metatron is visiting us this weekend with messages. I'm united with the source of all goodness, love, and creativity, and we thank you for that. We end with the angels with the angel of mercy. Divine mercy gives Sagittarius the grace to be tender and accepting. And sometimes you have to be tender and accepting because life can be harsh, it can be cruel. But You know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right? And a lot of times we find ourselves having to make a lot of lemonade. What else do we have for Sagittarius universe? What else do we have? Work on your throat chakra. Some of you might feel the inability that you can't speak, especially if you have to go to a court hearing or you're having a summation, the closure of the case, and you know you're called to go up to the stand, or you're called to speak in front of people, to speak your truth on a situation, or to make your final plea. Please exercise your voice, sit and meditate, and really think clearly on how you want to present yourself. The universe has got your back, and the universe will also help you to speak clearly in what it is that you need to say from the soul of your heart, to win, and to not only win your case, but also to express deeply what it is you're fighting for and why. Your passion will be ignited, and your passion is ignited because for many of you, if you are coming towards the end of a trial, like I said, where you've been dealing with court issues or legal documentation, any type of confrontation with opposing sides, right now, as it's coming to a close, where it's going to be settled, there's going to be a decision, now more than ever, you are going to fight. You're going to fight as hard as you can, because this is it, right? This is it. Once this is done, this is done. There's going to be no appeal. Whatever the final answer is the final answer. So choose wisely. Many of you might have had different attorneys, or you have a lot of advisors, you have a lot of friends and family giving you opinions. You could have been offered a settlement, and you need to choose, and you have to choose and make a decision whether to sign or not, or to accept it in a certain time frame. Go out there and get the advice that you need, but ultimately you have to sit within yourself, Sagittarius, and know what you feel is right for you, what you feel vindicates you or is justice for your situation. So they might throw you out a couple of offers, a couple of numbers might be thrown around. Read, or have your attorneys read the fine print, because they could be giving you something, but in the fine print they could also be asking for something back. So choose wisely. For many of you, this is going to be a victory. Like I said, it might not be the monetary amount that you seek, but you could be vindicated. Your name could be cleared. The truth will come out of a situation where maybe you were lied upon or you were cheated. For many of you, like I said earlier, getting this money or having this win is going to be the start for you to birth new things and create new prosperity and wealth, not only for yourself, but your family. The light is shining upon you. The light is finally really coming upon your dark situation. And it's all out there for everyone to see now. This is it. Like I said, this is where we're coming to the end of the case, and all the transcripts are going to be looked at. The jury's going to look at everything, or the counsel, whoever's looking over this, the magistrate, to make a decision, whether it's in finance, legal issues, estate issues, marital issues, custody issues. Everything that was hidden, or anything that could have been hidden, is all going to be out there. The universe is shining light on your situation so that you can get the closure that you seek. We also get the card of the priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Some of you, I know when you're involved in a lot of personal situations, you forget that you're a spiritual being also in this physical life. And sometimes you need to be reminded that you are light workers, you are a priestess, you are a goddess. How can you step up and lead? And I hope, and the universe hopes, that as you end the new year, as you end the old year and go into the new year, and many of you settle and get justice in situations that you were fighting for, that you can go back now and be that spiritual being and step up and exercise that spiritual energy and gift that you have. With the warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? So many of you, the universe might be a little disappointed because they know and they feel that you know also the talents and gifts that you have. They know what you can do spiritually, not only for yourself, but for mankind. And that either you're choosing not to address or to use it, or you're so overburdened with the earthly things of life that you've given up on the spiritual things that have real significant meaning. We also get the transformation card. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Change is going on in your life, and for many of you, the change will reveal itself even more as you settle these situations that have been taking up a lot of your time. Like I said, the court conflicts, agreements, those type of delays. If you've been fighting for justice, trying to clear your name, trying to win something that you feel that you deserve, that is going to change you into a different part of your life. It's going to put you in a different space. And it's going to cause a lot of you to learn a lot of lessons, but it's also going to prepare you how to move in the future. And also financially, it will award many of you so that you can adapt to the changes and make the changes that you need to. Our last card from this deck is the Age of Light. With the Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. So maybe all these trials and tribulations, as they usually are in life, they are stepping stones for us. They are lessons to teach us, to navigate us to who we really are and what we should really be doing. So even though you might not be spiritually in tune as much as you should, or maybe you're not following your spiritual path as you should, as you go through this particular cycle, you're going to finally be more closer to in tune with what it is the universe wants you to do. As we come to a close, what else we have for Sagittarius? You get the core of the planning phase. This is a time of strategy and research. Take a step back, Sagittarius, and plan the necessary steps to move forward so you may turn your goals into reality. What do we say? Priestess, the Age of Light, transformation, planning phase. That's basically how I feel. The energy and your actions are going to transform into the new year. A lot of you, some of you, many of you, most of you have been involved in a lot of situations. Could be legal situations for most of you, where it took up a lot of your time and energy this year. But that's all going to be coming to a close. And it's all part of the bigger plan of your life. And this is where the planning phase really becomes full center. This is where the change comes to focus. This is where you take that step back now that you've gotten over this particular hump. You've settled this big conflict or injustice in your life that was taking up all your time and energy and making you lose sleep. That's coming to a close. That's going to be gone. And now you can finally get into the true planning phase of what it is you see yourself doing now in the future with this particular win, or with this settlement, or with this closure. Now you're going to be able to turn your goals into reality, especially if you were financially compensated, or if, let's say, if you were fighting for your rights to something that you created, someone, stole your identity or stuff like that. Whatever it is, it's going to almost make you whole again and give you credibility. So let's see what the future brings. And if this is your reading and this resonates with you, please, by all means, comment below. May you enjoy the rest of your birthday season. Have a Merry Christmas if I don't speak to you. And continue to come by the channel and show your love and support. Namaste.